Today's video is on contamination problem in fermentation industry. So let's start with it. Let's see a short introduction on contamination problems. Each and every industry that carries out the fermentation process may face contamination problem. If the fermentation media, tank or fermented product gets contaminated, it results in great economic loss to the industry. So, to avoid this contamination problem, some important steps should be carried out. Now, as we all know, there are many industries that carry out the fermentation processes. They carry out various fermentation processes. And if the fermentation process suffers a contamination problem, it results to a great economic loss to that industry. So it is very important to control this contamination problems. Now let's see, contamination in fermentation process may occur due to various reasons. Here I have listed some important reasons. Let's see them. The first one is fermentation tank itself. If the fermentation tank is not cleaned and sterilized properly, it may be a major source of contamination in the fermentation process. Second is improper sterilization of fermentation media. The fermentation media which we are going to use in fermentation process should be sterilized properly. Third one is seals present in the fermentation tank. Now, a fermentation tank should be completely a closed system. If seals are present in the fermentation tank, it may result in contamination. Fourth is improper sterile air supply. Now, when we carry out different types of fermentation, some fermentation processes require sterile air. Okay, there is a requirement of air due to aerobic fermentation process. In aerobic fermentation process. Now, if we don't supply properly sterilized air in the fermentation media, it may result in contamination. And fifth one is mechanical failure. Now, there should be backup of each and everything when you carry out a fermentation process in an industry, because if a fermentation process fails, then there is a huge economic loss to that industry. So there should be backup of each and everything. If any kind of mechanical failure occurs, then the fermentation process may get spoiled. Now let's see these factors one by one. The first one is fermentation tank itself. Now, how a fermentation tank itself acts as a source of contamination. Fermentation tank used in fermentation process may differ in its size. It may vary from small lab scale fermentation tank to large industrial scale fermentation tank. Now, as we know, as there is a need of fermentation process, we use different types of fermentation tank, different sizes actually. There are different sizes of fermentation tanks which are available. Now, if we are carrying out a fermentation process in small scale, then we use small lab scale fermentation tank, and if we are carrying out fermentation process in industrial scale, then large industrial scale fermentation tanks are used. The fermentation tank is cleaned properly before and after use of fermentation. In the fermentation process, the fermentation tank is not sterilized separately. Now see, whenever we are using any kind of fermentation tank, whether it is small or it is large, the fermentation tank should be cleaned properly before and after fermentation process. Now here on industrial scale, when we are using this fermentation tank, we don't sterilize fermentation tank separately. Okay, the complete fermentation media is added in the fermentation tank, and then the fermentation tank and media are sterilized together by using different sterilization techniques. Now, how the fermentation tank and media is sterilized? First of all, the fermentation tank is cleaned before and after fermentation process. Then the complete fermentation media is added in the fermentation tank, and these both things together, they are sterilized. But now there are various sterilization techniques that are used for sterilization of this fermentation tank and fermentation media. Now the second point is improper sterilization of fermentation media. If the fermentation media is not sterilized properly, it may result in contamination. Contamination of fermentation media may be prevented by proper sterilization. Sterilization can be carried out by different procedures. Now see, if the fermentation media and the fermentation tank is not sterilized properly, they may result in contamination. So it is very important to sterilize fermentation media as well as the fermentation tank properly. Now there are various procedures that are used in sterilization of this fermentation media. First one is by boiling fermentation media. Second is by passing live steam by retention tube. Third one is by using steam under pressure, that is autoclaving. And generally the fermentation media is sterilized by passing through retention pipes containing steam jet heaters. The fermentation media having low pH, a low acidic content, non-utilizable carbon sources such as hydrocarbons do not need to sterilize. Now generally what happens, when the complete fermentation media is prepared, this fermentation media is passed through retention pipes. Now these retention pipes contain steam jet heaters, and there are different types of fermentation media, such as some fermentation media have low pH, some have low acidic content, some have non-utilizable carbon sources. Now such type of media, in case of such type of media, it is not important to sterilize this media. Further, there are some fermentation media like antibiotic production media. Antibiotic producing media is highly nutritive and support growth of large number of microorganisms. So it is very important to sterilize this media properly. Now when we are carrying out a fermentation of antibiotic production, then in this media high amount of nutrients and growth factors are provided, which supports growth of many microorganisms. And so here it is very important to sterilize such media properly. The synthetic media used in fermentation process requires less time and temperature for sterilization as compared to crude media. Synthetic media are designed by using pure components and are aqueous in nature and non-turbid in nature, so they carry less number of microorganisms and can be easily sterilized. Now as I told you before, synthetic media is the media whose exact composition is known to us. So each and every component which is present in synthetic media is known to us. The components which are present there are pure components and they are aqueous in nature. They get solubilized properly and easily in water, and this media is not turbid. So the time which is required for sterilizing this media is also less, and this media contains less number of microorganisms and it gets easily sterilized. But when we compare this synthetic media to crude media, the exact composition of crude media is not known, and so the time required for sterilizing this media is also more. As compared to synthetic media, crude media are very viscous in nature, and ingredients present in crude media have a high number of microorganisms as well as highly resistant spores. Due to the viscous nature of crude media, time required for heat to penetrate is more. Now see, crude media, the composition of crude media is not known, as well as it contains high number of microorganisms and highly resistant spores are present in crude media. Now due to this what happens, due to the viscous nature of this crude media, heat don't get penetrate easily in the media, and the time required for sterilization is more as compared to synthetic media. Now there is an important point that we should take a note of. Fermentation media should be excessively heated, as excess heat can cause many changes in nature of the media. Now see, excess heating of fermentation media may result in changing the chemical nature of nutrients, we can say, or the ingredients which are present in the fermentation media. So the fermentation media should not be excessively heated. Excess heating may result in burning of sugars. Especially sugars and phosphates should be sterilized separately. Now whenever we are using sugars as well as phosphate in a same fermentation media, These both things should be sterilized separately, or else it results in caramelization of sugar. In case of fermentation media with acidic pH or alkaline pH, if excess heat is applied, the chemical nature of some media components may get altered and become useless in fermentation. As I told you before, excess heating may alter and change the media composition. So, the fermentation media should not be excessively heated. Now what happens if the fermentation media is not properly sterilized or it gets contaminated? It may affect the fermentation process by various ways. Now if the fermentation media is not properly sterilized, then what will happen? It affects the fermentation process in various ways, like contamination may reduce the yield of product, as the microbes that contaminate the process utilize the nutrients present in fermentation media, due to which the nutrients become less available to the fermentation organism. Now what happens? See, if the fermentation media gets contaminated, then what will happen? The organisms which are contaminating that fermentation media start utilizing that ingredients, or we can say start utilizing that nutrients as a source of energy. They utilize that nutrients, and the main microbes which we are using in fermentation, they don't get ample amount of nutrients to synthesize the product. So here, if the media gets contaminated, then the nutrients become less available for the fermentation organism. The contaminant changes the chemical nature of nutrients and makes them non-utilizable for fermentation organism, results in reducing yield. Now we are carrying out this fermentation process for getting a high yield of that product. Now if the contaminant, that is the microorganisms which is contaminating that fermentation process, changes the chemical nature of the nutrients, then what will happen? Then that nutrients becomes non-utilizable for the fermentation microbes. And if this fermenting microorganisms, that is our that is the microorganisms which we are using in fermentation, don't get the nutrients, then definitely they are not going to give you high yield of product. Further, the contaminant can change the pH of media, resulting in an adverse effect on the product and can cause foaming problems. Now, if the media get contaminated, it may utilize that product and can change the pH of the media. And due to changing the pH of the media, this pH can adversely affect our product, and hence it can also cause a foam, and again you have to face different foaming problems. Further, some contaminant can produce a toxic product which can inhibit the growth of fermentation organism. If the redox potential of the media gets changed or altered, it can adversely affect the growth of fermentation organism. And in some cases, contaminant uses the fermented product as their substrate and destroy fermentation product. Now in some cases what happens, okay, contaminant, that is the microorganisms which are contaminating our fermentation media, start utilizing the product. Now once they start utilizing product, then we are not going to get any kind of fermentation product, we are not going to get the desired product which we want. So after a specific time interval, fermentation process should be checked for contamination. So this is very important point. After some specific time intervals, you should take the samples from the fermentation media and check whether that samples are contaminated or not. This is very important. Further, the third one is seal present in the fermentation tank. The most important thing is to check all the seals are intact after sterilization to prevent further contamination. So once the fermentation process or one batch of fermentation is over, you have to clean the fermentation tank, then check each and every seal that it is closed properly. The seal should be intact, and then you should carry out the sterilization process for avoiding any kind of contamination. Fourth is mechanical failure. Mechanical failure may be one of the reasons for the contamination in the fermentation tank. Mechanical failure may include breakdown of machinery. So as I told you before, there should be backup of each and everything. But if a mechanical failure appears and it is non-repairable, then you are going to face a economic loss. Now the fifth one is improper air supply. Sterile air is supplied in fermentation tank in case of aerobic fermentation process. Generally, contamination does not take place because of air entering in the fermenter, as the air is sterile. Now there are many aerobic fermentation processes that are carried out. Now in such type of fermentation processes, we have to provide sterile air in the fermentation media. But generally, the contamination does not take place because of this supply of air, because the air which enters in the fermenter is sterile air. Now, how it occurs? Aerosols are formed during aeration and agitation and escape the tank with air and may found the packing around the impellers and allow the possible entry of contaminant. The contaminant at this point is checked by steam steel. Now see what happens when aeration and agitation, when we first of all, as I have explained you the design of fermenter, in that also I have showed that this air supply is done from spargers at the bottom of the fermentation tank. Now when this air is supplied, now during the fermentation tank simultaneously aeration and agitation is carried out, okay, for proper mixing of air, media and microbes. Now during this process of aeration and agitation, aerosols which are formed, these aerosols may escape the tank with air, and hence they definitely carry out some media with them, and there is a possible entry of microorganisms from there, and this contamination at this point, it should be checked regularly by steam seal. Now this was all about contamination problem in fermentation industry. If you liked my videos, please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching.